You've got a gift you want to share with the world. So you're building your brand, you're attracting clients, you're generating income, you're growing wealth for yourself, your clients, your family, the world. If that's your desire, but you're still struggling with shame and overwhelm and upset with money, that's painful. It's costing you. And this is especially painful for coaches and healers and business consultants and creative professionals, folks who really have that sense of, I have a gift and I want to share it. It is extra challenging when you realize, because you've got that business savvy, that harder work and more information and technology upgrade, that's not the answer. And just being more self-aware, that's not going to give you the results. But it is possible to have a different experience. I'm Karen Russo. I want you to think of me as your money coach for clarity, confidence, and consistent cash flow. I'm the author of The Money Keys and creator of CFO Camp. My clients get 3 immediate predictable results. Number 1, cha-ching. It's like the new mom who tripled the income in her coaching practice. Or the pre-retirement professional who did a thorough analysis of her benefits. She discovered an additional $26,000. Number 2, healing transformation. So this is the interior designer who says, I finally feel like a financial adult. Or the gentleman who had real estate mistakes in his background. He felt so bad about them, but when he forgave himself, he was able to move forward. He started a property management company, and now he feels creative and free. Number 3 is momentum. See, people get into action. And sometimes that action, well, there was a business consultant who was in a joint venture. She wasn't happy, and it had been a chronic source of really draining her energy. She found the courage and the clarity and the 3 or 4 steps she needed to take to get out of that joint venture. There's also folks who will launch projects and sometimes keep a day job. Momentum. As you might suspect, I am not your typical spiritual guide just talking about the mystical nature of abundance. And I'm not your typical money business coach who's emphasizing only marketing and investment tactics. What I've discovered is an integrated approach to money really creates success. So I discovered that approach for myself, and the Money Keys is dedicated for you taking that journey faster and easier. I was a hardworking, smart little girl. And oh, I loved school. Because at school, I could hide from some of the challenges in my family and I felt safe. But as I got into my teens and my 20s, that hiding became harder. So yes, I had a business degree, an MBA from Columbia University in finance, and I'd gotten a position at a commercial bank, but it was getting harder and harder to hide my drinking and also to hide all of the shame and upset as a result of my drinking. So I had to surrender. And many of you will know what I'm talking about. I surrendered and I discovered a power greater than myself. And that, the hardest surrender of my life, of course, became the biggest blessing. And that led me to a spiritual and personal growth path for the last 25 years. What was interesting, though, is I was still keeping those things separate. So when I started out, I had this business position, but I was going like tough and emotionless, and I wasn't at all letting anyone know about my recovery or my vulnerability. And then I'd go into the support groups and the recovery program, and I kept a low profile. I didn't show my intellect or my leadership skills. So I felt kind of lonely, and I wasn't that successful. I think some of you know what I'm talking about. So I had to do another surrender. I had to bring those 2 things together. And when I did that, it started to really create, well, like a lot more success in both realms. So in the business world, I let my more, communicative and funny and sweet self show, and I ended up with a position doing corporate training, sales and leadership training for Fortune 1000 companies. I still do some of that work to this day. And then in the spiritual realm, well, I let my intellect come in and my studious good girl work habits, and I ended up studying and working with Dr. Michael Beckwith at the Agape Center, and I became an ordained minister. That process of bringing the 2 together, I really found an integrated approach to success that for the last 20 years has let me have the spiritual expansion I've desired. And plus, I've been able to maintain that, low six-figure cash flow through many different life changes. And what I want to do is get you on that journey, but have you find how you can put the things together so you thrive. That's why The Money Keys is a for-profit coaching business with the heart and soul of a ministry. Let's get you started. Grab your journal. I'm going to share with you the 3 money traps in the area of spirituality, beliefs, and habits. Those are the challenges you face with money. I'll also share the money myths that are sabotaging your life and business, and your 3 money keys, the principles that will set you free. Spirituality. This is your greater purpose with money. And the trap in this area is scarcity. Scarcity is fear about money. It's the anxiety-ridden idea of lack, not enough. It squelches the spirit. Now the myth is, if I don't have enough money, maybe more will be better. More might make me feel safe. But it doesn't work that way. Money worries, they're more of a faith issue than a financial one. The key to escaping scarcity is the law of unity. It's the sense of interconnectedness of all life. It's feeling that your money is supplied by some kind of greater source. And this is true whether you're a religious, spiritual person or you don't think of yourself that way at all. When you connect in unity to a greater purpose with money, you're inspired and you're so much more clear about your business professional goals and what you're serving. And very quickly, you'll be in positive cash flow and profitability. Beliefs. Beliefs about money are your thought, your emotion, and your conversation about yourself and about money and the world. And the trap in this area is superstition. Superstition is the jail of your money past. It's feeling like a financial victim. And when you feel like a victim and you're in superstition, it blocks creativity. This is a subtle one, but shows up a lot for a lot of business professionals. You see, when we think we're a money victim, the myth is that if we could get them to change, our clients, our competitors, our ex, the government, if they would be different, then I'd be prosperous. But it doesn't work that way. The key to getting out of superstition is the law of cause and effect. Now, stick with me on this one. Consciousness, which is the patterns of our thinking, is what creates experience. And consciousness, cause, can be changed to get a different experience or effect. And to put this into action, the simplest, well, it's simple, but it's not always easy, is financial forgiveness. So when you engage in financial forgiveness, you release that burden of your victimized past and you access creativity that sets you free. Habits. Your money habits are your consistent actions you take with money, along with how your information and reporting systems flow through your life. In the area of habits, the trap is survival mode, financial quicksand. You'll know you're in survival mode if your energy feels drained and you're overwhelmed with managing the money you do have, no matter how much you have. So it might be commingled accounts, or it could be that payroll is always a challenge. If you're in survival mode, you're wasting time, you're wasting energy. And the myth is, if I only had the right team or the right reporting software, then I'd be okay. But it's not team or technology. The key, the money key to get out of survival mode is the law of circulation. Circulation is healthy vitality with money. It's giving and receiving. And what surprises most folks is that healthy money habits require weekly consistent action. But when you get into consistent weekly action, giving and receiving with your money, immediately you'll be identifying the most leveraged actions to take to get the results you desire. So there you go. You've got your 3 money traps: scarcity, superstition, survival mode. We've also shared with you the money myths, the myth of more or them or technology, and your 3 money keys: unity, cause and effect, and circulation. Your first step. You'll see that your Money Keys kit includes a journal with an image of the money map. Now, the money map is your framework for seeing how your wealth experience is happening through you in the three areas: spirituality, beliefs, and habits. Which area is the one that's most fruitful for you to work with first? They're all important, but right now, just take a moment. What does your intuition say? Where would you get the most ROI, return on the investment of doing some work in that area? Got it? Good for you. You'll also see that your kit includes a quiz, a short quiz where you can confirm which area is the one for you. And you'll see some selected audios that are designed to get you moving in the areas of spirituality, beliefs, and habits. If you've got creative ideas about how to grow your life and your business, but you're feeling caught in one of the money traps, I can help. Let's talk. How do we do that? Click the button that says Schedule Your Session, and we'll get a discovery session scheduled. A discovery session is a complimentary, confidential conversation. You and I will discuss together what are your business and professional and financial goals, and what kind of results could we create together, and help you decide if working with me as your money coach could help you achieve those cha-chings, the transformation, and the momentum. Let's connect. Let's see what's happening with you, and decide together if an integrated approach to your money can get you results. Click the button, complete the short application, we'll get your discovery session scheduled.